Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino. I'm back. This is the first day of the rest of your life. First day of the rest of my life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. I realize I've been gone a while. I was in the States for a couple of months. Came back, got really ill. Still coughing and hacking and don't know precisely what I have, but it's been awful. Got back to Bucaramanga, sitting down at a table, young lady shows up with her daughter. Daughter has a mask on and takes the mask off, and I got sick. But the weird part is I was just watching one of my videos in Clovis, New Mexico, a warning for you guys. It'll show up in a little while. And I think I was sick then, so I don't know. Who knows? I'm an old guy. I thought I was bulletproof. Obviously, I'm not. But obviously, I'm back. It's good to see you. Thank you. I apologize. We'll be on it. We'll be all over it. We'll be all over about Colombia. A few commentaries on the States. Just pretty weird these days. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you back to a warning about a group of people coming through Colombia going to the United States. So take it away. It's good to see you. I'll be back. Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino, still my adventures, and the adventure continues. Well, got another warning for you. You're not going to like this one because it does not also include Colombia, but it includes the United States. 2017, President Maduro of Venezuela opened a few prisons and told the cellmates that they were free to go, but they had to leave the country within 48 hours. And people will dispute the fact that he did that, but from all indications of the people that I've spoken to in Colombia, believe that to be true. And he continued to do that up till now, or up till he ran out of prisoners. So what happened? Well, there was always some crime and craziness in Colombia. But when the Venezuelans started hitting the border, things went stupid. Crime rose 95%. I think it's more like 10x, because we went from very little crime in the streets in Bucaramanga to where every street corner there was a Venezuelan with an act, a circus act, a squeegee to wash your windshield, or a knife to sell your cell phone. A lot of people felt sorry for them and took them in their homes, kept them for a month or two, and after a month or two that somebody would go in the home and find the whole family dead and robbed. And that happened over and over and over again in Colombia. Until it was mostly the Venezuelan hookers that were killing gringos in Medellin, drugging them. I think the straw that broke the camel's back in Colombia was a 14-year-old girl was robbed of her cell phone, and then they killed her. Stabbed her to death after they got the cell phone. And they actually caught the guy, and his mom commented, well, he was starving to death. What do you want him to do? Well, we don't want him to kill anybody. Beg for food. Don't stab a little girl and kill her. And that happened over and over and over and over again, and still happening to a degree in Colombia. And it's scary. I would say it's probably 95% of the surge in crime in Colombia. Fast forward Fast forward to 2024, here we are. That was happening during COVID, after COVID. Right now in Colombia, the Venezuelan problem doesn't seem to be that bad. But what seems to be that bad is I came to Albuquerque. I've been here a couple of months doing a few things, and that's why you're not getting a lot of videos. But what you're going to get is I have a little mechanic guy here that takes care of cars my son buys, and he drives a excavator by day and mechanics by afternoon. And he has said the place is filling up with Venezuelans, and they actually threatened him to bring the Venezuelans lunch from his house. They didn't ask him, they didn't beg, they didn't offer to pay. They threatened him to bring lunch from his house to feed them. I went into the fruit market. There was a big, tall, good-looking guy there. You could tell he wasn't local, and I asked him where he was from, and he said he was from Venezuela. And what happened to him and his wife is even more heinous. Him and his wife were Venezuelans, and they were living in a room, and the next room was rented to another Venezuelan. They came to work one day, and that day the other Venezuelan didn't come to work, robbed them of all their money and all of their passport papers, everything they had. And they were in the country illegally, but they still had passports. So it just goes to show you what the open border has done for Colombia. Colombia, some places is really scary. Some places in Medellin, some places in Bogota. It's horrible. And I'm sure there's Colombian thieves, but the majority of the killing and the stabbing and the robbing that's going on is from Venezuelans. I today am sitting in Clovis, New Mexico, at my good friend Chuck's house, and we're going to see Dr. Justine tomorrow. We got to town yesterday, and we're driving through town, and lo and behold, there are 3 Venezuelans. You can tell a Venezuelan from 300 yards, standing on the side of the road with an umbrella, selling water bottles, Colombian style. You just know how they do it. Nobody in the United States sells on the side of the road like these guys do. They have an umbrella, they have a cooler, they have a couple of drinks in each hand, and when the stoplight turns red, they go around the cars trying to sell them water. And there's a couple of more out there trying to wash their windshields. And I'll guarantee you that has never happened before in Clovis, New Mexico, because I've been around this town for 60 years. That never happened. But it's happening today. So just get ready, guys. Scottsdale, Arizona, they are banding together and robbing upscale neighborhoods, robbing Paradise Valley, robbing Scottsdale, robbing North Scottsdale, wherever they can get their grubby little paws. You see, the deal is, it wasn't the regular Venezuelans that crossed the border into Colombia and then crossed the Darien Gap and then crossed in El Paso and came to New Mexico. It was the ones that were thrown out of the prisons in Venezuela by Maduro and told, you got 48 hours to leave the country. And where are they now? They're all the way to Canada, and God only knows where else. And God only knows what they're going to do, okay? And I hate to put Venezuelans into this big, huge basket, but the ones from prison that came from jail are horrible, awful, going to cut your throat people. They will rob you in a heartbeat. They will steal your phone. They will steal anything you have, and they have no conscience whatsoever. There was a story about a farmer in Colombia. Him and his wife took in, this guy had 3 little kids, and his wife takes them in, feeds them, gives the guy work, gives the lady work, takes care of the 3 little kids, and all of a sudden he didn't show up somewhere for a few days, and they went looking for him. His buddies in town went looking for him and found his wife dead in the house, him dead at the car, and the Venezuelans were gone with whatever they could take. So it's a warning. It's not only a warning for Colombia, because they already paid their dues, but they are here in the United States. They're in Clovis, New Mexico, for God's sake. Clovis, New Mexico is like a nowhere town, farming town, cattle town, biggest cheese factory in the world town, maybe 60,000 people. And if they're all the way here, you're talking about 3,000 miles now. They came here 3,000 miles to rob you. Okay? So I know I'm going to catch hell for this one. I don't care. It's a warning that you all need. And you need to see what the open border is going to what's going to come to fruition from that open border. It's going to be ugly. And we just saw the tip. This is the tip of the iceberg. When they've already trickled down to the small towns in New Mexico, nobody goes to New Mexico. They go to Dallas, they go to New York, they go to LA, they go to where, but to Clovis, New Mexico, man, that is like, I don't even know what that's like. Albuquerque, New Mexico is bad enough. So, there you go. God bless you guys. Pay attention. If you see somebody selling stuff on the side of the road and it just doesn't seem right, just beware. Don't leave anything visible in your car. Don't take anybody home that you don't know. Which is, you'd be stupid to do that anyway. But anyway, God bless you guys. I've been a long time wanting to do this video, and I wasn't sure how I'd get it done, but God bless you. And nothing changes, nothing changes. And we'll see you where? On the flip side. Adios. So there you go. It's getting scary everywhere. Everywhere. It's scary. Okay? Get a grip. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Be Americans. I love you guys. I will see you on the flip side. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks.